And we're live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful 30th of March. We are about 2 days away from baseball season. If you guys didn't see it already, we did kind of like a members-only type video for the opening day baseball slate. It's out there. Came out yesterday. Feel free to check it out. We will come live to you guys, though, on Thursday with more detailed information. This was just kind of a jumping off point because, like a lot of you guys, we're very excited for a new DFS sport to be coming out for all of us to kind of check out and play along with. So, that being said, we are here today to talk about the NBA. If you can, always encourage you guys to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the network if you are new to it, and even for a small slate, I'm sure we will have plenty to review today when it comes to the world of NBA. Cover boy for the day will be Russell Westbrook. We'll talk about him here in one hot second. Great game by him last night. If you didn't play him, you clearly weren't winning any money as he was big chalk and a big score. All right, guys, I'm about to talk about our show promoter, Drafters, today. If you make a deposit on Drafters as a new member, use the promo code DFS5pack, but please let me know that you did so as well so I can get you a free 5-pack membership. We got 2 sports coming up. And shout out to Bellman, who is a little busy today and won't be on this video, clearly. But he squeezed it out on a victory over me yesterday. So he won our team, kind of like we do these customer drafts every day on Drafters, which we'd love to get you guys involved in. Again, you don't even need to have signed up through us. Subscribe to the link below. There's a Facebook group where we promote these things. Otherwise, friend request us on here. Pause the video. You can see all our names. These are all live customers with us. He had the balls to go Russell Westbrook without knowing about Bradley Beal being out with the 2-pick over Doncic and Antetokounmpo. So that got him the dub yesterday. As we all know, Russ was fantastic. So definitely beat out my number 1 overall pick, Harden, and having the stones to go there was a big time yesterday. But if you guys want to draft with us today, just come get in the group. The name of the website is Drafters. You can get a free membership that way. Otherwise, we now have weekly memberships available on the website. With baseball starting this week, if you want to grab a weekly membership, go do so. You'll get both sports, same with monthly. So let's talk about Russ as far as him being a cash lock for the day. So the early game today, the Hornets at the Wizards, is the sexiest game on the board from a DFS perspective. Doesn't mean all the best plays are going to come from there. We're probably going to have some Clippers value today. We'll get into a guy from the Clippers here momentarily. There's definitely going to be some guys on Philly that are going to be in play. I got a couple of those to talk about in long shots today, but also guys you could check out from Cash or GPP. So we don't know about Bradley Beal yet. I have absolutely no idea if he plays today. If Beal is out, I mean, Westbrook's just the lock of locks. Expect him to be even higher owned than yesterday on a small slate like this. Seen that 90-point spot yesterday. I mean, if Beal's out, what are we thinking? 90, 95% in cash games? This might be one of the easier just set it and forget it type of plays of the season. Guy is back to averaging a triple-double. I apologize to him on the members-only video. I can't believe that I fell victim to it earlier in the year thinking Bradley Beal's a better overall basketball player. It's still Russ. Awesome at getting his teammates involved. The fact that you can go over 20 assists yesterday playing with a bunch of scrubs like that and will your team to victory, what a great game by him. So he's in play no matter what. I'll probably use him no matter what. But if Beal is out again, this might be one of the easier locks of the year, and he's going to be insane amounts of chalk in this one for, all the obvious reasons. Washington still has so much to play for. They are really pushing for one of those play-in game spots. So look for them to do whatever they can to continue to get dubs throughout the rest of the season. Next up, Terrence Mann. So let's go right back to the hand that fed us yesterday. He was a quote-unquote long shot yesterday, but as mentioned, I thought he was wildly in play in all formats, and so did Matt. I think it's highly unlikely today that we see both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. PG with the late scratch yesterday. Don't be surprised if PG's in today and Kawhi's out, or Kawhi plays and PG's out, or if they're both out. I think it's unlikely they both play. But if both of them play and they get like Rondo back today and Beverly and or Ibaka, like the more guys that play for the Clippers, the worse for a man. Now, he might be in play no matter what. But the likeliness of me playing him and how chalky he's going to be has a lot to do with who's all in from the Los Angeles Clippers today. The odds are, playing a bad Orlando team like this, there's going to be dudes out for the Clippers. I don't expect Rondo to be here today. I don't even expect Beverly to be back today. This is not a great game where they're necessarily going to need him. I'm assuming Ibaka's not going to play. And I'm assuming either Kawhi or Paul George is going to be out. So as it sits, I think Mann's a solid play at shooting guard. He is playing really, really well right now. He was good for us yesterday. And this is with Kennard, Morris, Jackson, and Patrick Patterson all going ham from three-point range. I watched every minute of this game being a Bucks fan. Look, guys, if the Clippers are going to shoot like that, nobody's going to beat them. But those guys aren't going to be on fire like that every single day, which could be good for Terrence Mann. There may actually technically be still a little meat on the bone right here. Now, I wouldn't expect major upside over what he did yesterday, but if he replicates yesterday's performance, we're happy as a pig in shit. So rock and roll, Terrence Mann. The more guys that are out, the better. All right, next up, let's talk about the Joker. So I mentioned him the other day on Sunday. He played awesome, but lost his entire fourth quarter run. He's now lost fourth quarter run in 2 of the last 3. One because they got their butt kicked, and then the other day because they just absolutely beat the pants off the Atlanta Hawks. His price tag is down to 10.5. Insert my daily diatribe or rant about how they need to raise the price on the studs. Jokic's price needs to be raised. He is way too cheap at 10.5. This guy averages almost GPP value off of this price tag. Expect this game to, potentially be competitive. If you're going to give me 4 quarters of Jokic, sign me up almost every single time at 10.5. The games where he doesn't get there because he doesn't play in the fourth quarter, if you think that's the case today, then I guess maybe don't play him. But there's also the possibility he has the entire first quarter with the 76ers playing without his center. They are without centers right now because Embiid is out. They traded Tony Bradley. They've been playing Mike Scott, who I'm about to talk about here in a second, starting these games, and then Dwight Howard, we're also about to talk here about in a second. So Jokic is way too cheap in all formats. I think the only way you stay away from him is if you really, really, truly believe that this game is going to get lopsided one way or the other. That is not my thought. It's the modern NBA, so three-point shooting can get any game lopsided, but I don't tend to believe this to be a lopsided game. Next up, speaking of Mike Scott. So I got him under long shots for the day, but I want to make sure that we talk him through so you guys set your expectations properly. So Paper Company, great nickname, by the way, Paper Company. And if you don't understand that, go watch The Office. Tony Bradley is gone, out. Still no Joel Embiid. So what we've seen is Paper Company, Mike Scott, start the last 2 games and play big minutes. Now, how many minutes is he going to play if Dwight Howard doesn't get ejected? I don't know. I really don't know for sure. He played good minutes last game, and Dwight played, 19 or something like that, didn't he? So he was out there. He's played close to 30 minutes in back-to-back games. Now, I don't know how many minutes he will play if Dwight Howard is in there. Now, it doesn't take a lot to hit value on 3,300. Denver has had their struggles against wing players like this. He can get some open threes. He's also very capable of getting hot from three-point range. He's not a bad shooter at all. I think he is firmly a long shot. And on the off chance that they start Dwight Howard today, I'm not interested, because for me, this might mean that they're really trying to play Dwight for 32 minutes tonight to match up with Nikola Jokic. And then Scott might only see 15 minutes, which is not enough for me to want to roster him. So I like the idea of a long shot, assuming he starts. But I do think there is an outside chance that they start Dwight Howard today. They've said long and hard they don't want to start Dwight Howard because they want to keep him on the second unit where he's been playing. However, and let's pivot over to our other long shot of the day, which is Dwight Howard. They may choose to start him today because of the matchup with the game's best setter, Nikola Jokic. So back-to-back ejections for Dwight Howard. Expect him to be motivated today. Expect him to have a cooler head on his shoulders. I'm sure he's gotten a little talking to about making sure he stays as cool as the other side of the pillow tonight. They are going to need his size against Nikola Jokic. Now, he's not the former defensive player of the year he once was, but he's still a decent defender, so they're going to want that defense out there. He's also playing hard and aggressively when given the opportunity. His price tag is more than fair, even coming off the bench. He'll be lower owned if he comes off the bench, which is fine. If he's starting, he's going to become chalkier, so just know that going in. But we have interest either way. He's still a very capable DFS player, and if there's ever a spot to give him extra minutes, this is it. You can't stop Jokic. You can only hope to contain him, but your better odds of containing him is with a guy like Dwight Howard versus a guy like Mike Scott. So they both fall into our long shot category today. Howard is in play no matter what. Starting off the bench doesn't matter. I would only even consider touching Mike Scott if he continues to start tonight. If he starts tonight, clearly they think he can at least give forth the old college try and trying to stop Nikola Jokic. But if he's off the bench tonight, I don't want any part of him. Howard can succeed in either direction. And there's actually some reasons to like him better off the bench, just so that's worth noting. That's what we got today, guys. Thank you very much. Don't hesitate to click that thumbs up button. We got baseball starting in 2 days. Go grab yourselves a weekly membership, and let's continue to talk about this DFS world. And if you want to come do Drafters drafts with us, the name of the website is Drafters. DFS 5-pack. Go get a look. Look forward to talking to you guys in the future.